what do we have here? Let me tell you, a pretty good controller is what I have here. Calling all gamers, this is what you need. This is the PlayStation 5 Dualsense Edge controller made by Sony, compatible with PlayStation 5. And yeah, so today I'm going to be doing a little review video on the specs of this controller, what I like, what I don't like about it. Yeah, we're going to get into everything from the case to what it comes with and how the controller works and how it feels playing. So let's get right into it. So, as I mentioned in the intro, today we're going to be getting into the gaming peripherals of the PlayStation 5 Dualsense Edge controller. It's a sleek, innovative controller. It's been making a lot of waves in the gaming community as of late. And I spent some quality time putting some reps in on it. I like to play video games a lot myself, so I think I'm a pretty credible source. And so sit back, relax, and let's explore everything that this controller has to offer. Starting with the case, it's a hard shell case. It's durable. It's nice if you're traveling or bringing your PlayStation to friends' houses and stuff. It keeps it nice and safe. My favorite feature of the case is right here on the top of the case. You can actually open this little pouch, and right in there you can plug in your USB-C to the controller and charge it actually when it's in the case. So I don't really use this a whole lot, the case, because I'm mostly playing games from my apartment, but I can see where the appeal is for having a case of this durability and also usability with this nice little charging port it has here. All right, so let's get inside this case and let's talk about and show off what this baby has to offer. So this controller was released January 26, 2023, relatively new. Retailed at $199.99. Initially it was available through pre-order. Now it's available everywhere. You can get it at GameStop, Walmart. I got mine from Walmart on a discount, I believe. I think it was $160, so like $40 off the retail price. And yeah, so starting off, I'm just gonna whip this baby out and give you guys a little look at it. Very similar structure and like shape to the original Sony DualSense PS5 controller. This one has a lot more weight to it. It feels very durable compared to the normal PS5 controllers. They kind of feel not cheap, but you can definitely tell that they put a lot more time and effort into making this thing feel like a true gamer controller. That's how I'll put it. So right here you can see is the microphone. If you don't have a headset, you can speak into that, and I believe it also acts as a speaker so you can hear people. I don't use this feature a whole lot. I tend to use my own headset, and it's a lot higher quality. I will say the mic that this uses is not great, and people often complain when you are talking through it, so I'd recommend getting a headset if you are getting into gaming. But the first feature that I'd like to point out about this controller, and the reason why I bought this controller, was right back here. Actually two features here. So these little sliders right here, you can move them up and down, and basically what they do is restricts the trigger from going down all the way. So right now I have it all the way up, as you can see, and the trigger will go fully down, and I can move this to the bottom slot or middle slot, and the trigger still goes down and it will activate. It'll accept your input, but it doesn't go down all the way, so it saves you time for especially like shooter games, my favorite genre. You don't have to worry about going all the way down and back up. You can quickly spam the trigger to get shots off. And then the second feature that I really love is these back paddles right here. And what these do is you can bind them to a button, say X or circle, any of these, or even the sticks, I believe. And basically when you hit this paddle, it'll act as if you're hitting the button. So what I play is a game called Rainbow Six Siege, and it's a like precise, realistic shooter game. And what I have is I have my crouch binded back here, so instead of when I'm aiming right here with the sticks, I can just hit the bumper back here instead of reaching up and hitting circle to crouch. I can just hit it and keep my finger on the stick. Absolutely great feature. Pretty much the entire reason I bought this controller to begin with, and has completely leveled up my game. Another thing about this controller is it does have the touchpad right here, so when you're typing messages on PlayStation or browsing the web, you can, instead of navigating the keyboard using these or the stick, you can actually use your finger on here and it'll act as like a trackpad, like on a laptop. See at the top, there's a USB-C charging port. I love that. USB-C is nice and quick, and it comes with a handy dandy little cord, USB-C of course, up here. I have not completely unboxed mine, and nice long braided cable. You can plug that directly into your PlayStation 5, which then plugs into your controller through the USB-C, and you can charge and play. That's great. One thing I will mention about this controller is that the battery life is not great compared to the normal PS5 Dualsense Edge or Dualsense controller. You're getting like half the battery life, and I think that's because of how much battery the adaptive triggers and the vibration uses, and just it being a bumper controller to begin with. There's a lot more going on inside, and it's the same exact size as the normal PS5 controller, so they had to pack some more stuff in, and probably led to a smaller battery being put in it. But like I said, you got a nice long braided USB-C cord that comes with it. I play right next to my PlayStation. It's right over here behind my monitor, and I pretty much have it plugged in all the time. Alrighty, so now I'd like to get into the little trinkets that come inside this case, or the accessories that you can use with your controller that's not possible on a normal PlayStation 5 controller. So starting off, the bumpers back here, I already have them attached just for the purpose of the video. They're very easy to put on, but I figured it'd be easier. And so these are the paddle bumpers. They also come with two little tiny bumpers right here. So if you find yourself hitting the paddles too often on accident, or for whatever reason you like the smaller buttons, you can also install these in the same spot that I have those paddle bumpers, and they work just the same. I haven't actually tried these. I find myself not having issues with the paddles, so I'll stick with it. And I think the paddles is just more commonly used, but these are definitely something I should try out. The last little trinket we have down here is probably my favorite, besides the bumpers, of course. This is meant to go with your charging cable. I pretty much play with it on my controller at all times. When you plug your controller in, you can slide this down to the lock and it won't come out. So it just prevents, you from jerking or something and the cord falling out. That about wraps up my review of the PlayStation 5 Dualsense Edge controller. I would give this controller a 9 out of 10. One thing I think it lacks on is the battery. If you are playing next to your PlayStation 5, which I imagine you are, you'll always be able to charge your controller, and battery shouldn't really be an issue. But yeah, thank you for watching.